Wow, that took a long time to transition over. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Wardcast. Every Saturday, we're here live with you at 3 p.m. PST, 6 p.m. EST. That's Pacific and Eastern Standard Time, to talk about the important things: video game news, machinima, survival horror, and just games in general. I'm your host, Sean Clark, alongside somebody who's not here. Her name is Jazz Rich.
The chair.
Alec, a chair Rich. Alec Funnel.
A Greek man once said that Resident Evil 7 was not a Resident Evil game. Then Resident Evil Village came along and proved his point.
And Carmen Dela Cruz. The timing, Jazz. The timing was real.
I almost flew into that desk and I was like,
wow. It was good.
I scared Satan when I ran out of the bathroom and ran through the freaking thing. He was like,
Hello, Lee. Hello. This week, we have lots of news to talk about, including Ubisoft lying to you, a new survival horror game called Amber Alert, more Last of Us news, oh boy, and lots of Nintendo nonsense, and even more than that. Blah. It's a news-heavy week, but it'll be a normal length episode. We'll get through it. It'll be fine. On top of that, we have Machinima showcase to watch, as per the usual. Who said that? 8-bit, and nobody asked us. All the things. But first, before we get into the news, we're going to get into our weeks. Jazz, hello. How was your week? Welcome back to your chair.
I'm winded.
Hello, Shayla.
No, I won't be careful.
Whoa.
I almost followed. We've been just talking like that all day. Anyways, my week was okay. Busy at work, but I finally got back to the office, so that was exciting. I think I'm pretty much over this cold, and then I woke up today with a sore throat, probably because I've been doing all these really stupid voices, so that would do it. I've been eating a lot of McDonald's this week because I'm like obsessed with this Minecraft thing. But apparently I got the ultra rare one, which is the Grimace. I just found out today that he's ultra rare, and I got him, so I'm not even collecting them. I just like to have them. But my favorite is still the Zomburglar. He's so cute. He has a little face.
Zomburglar?
I call
That's
him.
awesome.
McDonald's. We've been playing Repo. I don't know if you could tell.
No.
I've been playing some Lethal and been playing some Baldur's Gate. And I finally started playing a game that I have here that I was going to show you guys a video about, but I have a detailed video to show next week. But I've been playing Forspoken. For Stupid Glow. Forspoken. It's a really fucking amazing game. I do know where it's been all my life. It's been on my shelf, but not all my life. But I remember I went into GameStop one day because I was looking for the double exposure for Life is Strange, and I saw that on the shelf, and I was like, this game looks cool. It has a cool cover, and yeah, and the synopsis looks cool, so I just grabbed it, and then it's been sitting there since. So I recommend it, and I will give you guys more information as to why I recommend it next week. Other than that, I can't remember what else I did this week, so it might not have been important.
You said you played Baldur's Gate? Did you mess around with the new update stuff, the new classes and all that?
Those are out?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. But they're not, I mean, people are like excited about them, but they're not subclasses that I like. Like they're
none of them?
Not really. I mean, Horizon Walker Ranger is kind of cool, but not really like it's whatever. It's not particularly, and I'd have to try it, but it's not really anything that I care too much about. I don't know. We'll see. I think I'm more excited. I have to see if they included it or not, because they were talking about including crossplay in this update.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's included. And
oh
photo
well,
mode.
and photo mode. So there you go. That's fun because trying to angle, like having to be on a separate like little platform and like angling your like free cam thing when you're like exploring or whatever to get a picture. It's just a pain in the butt. But the crossplay thing is pretty cool because this the game is still expensive for people to have to buy 2 copies. Plus, people who are in Japan playing with like the American copy. Not people in Japan, but people who have the Japan version. I ran, so my like heart is like. So yeah, that's my week. I still haven't played more of Poopity's adventure on Zelda, but I should probably get back to that soon.
Yeah, poopity.
Hyrule needs to be saved by Poopity. Oh, and I've been doing some online birthday shopping, so. Anyways, McDonald's. Alec,
Yes.
how was your week? Play that recording.
Do you know, I got an interview for McDonald's on Monday, so I'm like, do I go in saying in the voice, like, hi, my name is Alex. You should hire me.
To work at McDonald's.
Oh my god, they should make that into like an app so that you can do it anywhere and everywhere.
Ask them if Ronald is in. Like, is Ronald working today?
Okay, hit the music.
At last, it's once again time for people to fall deathly silent, while Sir Alex speaks of his week.
Sir Alec has played Lethal Company, Clue/Cluedo. I played Repo, Sean and Jazz. I played WWE SmackDown Here Comes the Pain, as I got my Elgato thingy working on the PS3. I played WWE 2K25. Here Comes the Pain was more fun. I played Dino Crisis for shits and giggles.
Dino.
I played new to me Roller Coaster Tycoon Adventures Deluxe. I've only one scenario left to do, and then I got the platinum. And finally, I have a show and tell as well. It's a game I've not played. It is called Chaos Legion. It's a Capcom game. Capcom. You are Sieg Warhide, a battle-hardened warrior. Your next mission is to pursue and prevent your old ally Victor Delacroix from bringing the world into chaos. Helping you into your task are seven different legions, ready to stand shoulder to shoulder and fight with you to the death or to glory.
Sounds fun.
Silence can now be damned. Now Sir Alec has finished.
Gross.
You just like the idea of having like a servant of some kind, I feel like, which is fulfilling your inappropriate desires, Alec.
Oh yes, I'm very inappropriate.
So you said you haven't played Chaos Legion yet?
No, I only just got it a couple of days ago.
I don't know how I feel about that game. Like it's Dynasty Warriors. So like if you like Dynasty Warriors, you'll like that. If you don't, you won't like it. It's like Capcom's version of Dynasty Warriors, basically, and it's kind of Devil May Cry-ish a little bit, little bit.
I'll give it a go. Now I've got the PS3 going and recording of it. I'm like, oh, okay. So I shall give it a go at some point.
Nice.
Thank you.
It's one that I played it a bit when it came out, fucking whatever, like 2 decades ago, and I planned to go back to it, and it just kind of never happened. So
Yeah,
it's on the backlog.
I might just play it and tell you about it.
Yeah.
Carmen, how was your week?
We can't hear you. How? We tested the microphone before we went. What the fuck?
She's probably on mute.
Are you muted? My week, I guess we'll do that. Yeah, this week I got some gaming time in. I played the things that you guys talked about. Played the Repo. with Jazz, Alec, and Shayla. Also did a little bit of solo. Really, really liked that game a lot. Played Lethal Company with you guys, and I think Carmen played with us as well on the weekend, if I remember correctly. Yeah.
Yes.
And
Can
she
you hear
back
me?
to bees.
Like all the times we play Lethal, they all just kind of blur together. So I don't know like
Yeah,
what week we
same.
did what. So yeah, it's complicated. Um, I played the original Super Mario on the NES. I just
Yeah.
randomly like got in the mood to play that, so I did. I played like halfway through it. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go through the whole thing. Yeah, I can't even remember the last time I played that game. It's been so long. But yeah, just the mood hit me, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm playing it. It's a quick game I can run through. It'll be fun.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes,
Yay!
good
Did
job.
you play on that Super NES unit I gave you?
NES,
Super NES. Oh, you said it.
Super Mario.
Yeah, but is it super?
Yeah, so what the fuck? Like I never really thought about that, but there's a couple of games that are called Super something on the NES. Like, what's that about?
They're just super like Superman.
But
He's
that
not just a
complicates
man.
the brand. Yeah, well, no, because it's like there's Contra, and then there's Super Contra, and there's Super Mario. It's like, but then that fucks with their branding of like Super and 64. It's weird. It's very weird. Anyway,
It's like having a. Okay.
uh, and I finally started. I guess I'll kind of do my show and tell as part of my week
Horizon?
too. Banishers,
Not Horizon.
not Horizon. I'm sorry. I'll go back to it. But yeah, Banishers was a game we talked about a long time ago. As one of those games that was coming out. We were all kind of excited about. It came out. I got it when it came out, and I didn't play it until just now. And it's just one of those things where like I was working and the song came on and it just like kind of clicked in my brain of like music video things happening in my brain, and I correlated it with what I think that game's going to be and like the trailers that I've seen and stuff like that. So it's just like I seized the moment and I figured now like it's a sign. I'm going to take it as a sign to go play that game. While I'm playing it, I'll kind of put together the music video, and then once I beat it, boom, it's a win-win. I played the game, I beat the game, and maybe a music video will come out of it as well. So yeah. Let's see what else. So I think that's pretty much all that I played, and I just worked on some stuff, the typical stuff, podcast stuff, dual remake stuff, and all that jazz. But yeah, that was my week so far. Banishers is really good too, by the way. Yeah, so there's that. Carmen, back to you. How was your week?
Ah, I can talk now. You can hear me. Everything. My week has been fine. Same old. Nothing too out of the usual or exciting. I bought some things, but they're not directly video game related. I bought a tripod for my um, projector that came with a neat tracking light, little selfie stick light, which I appreciate. So that is fun. Played The Lethal Company. I played Paranorm. I can't ever remember the dang name of the game. Why is that?
Phasmophobia.
Phasmophobia. I almost want to say paranormal phobia or whatever. Phasmophobia. Played that, I think, a couple times. It was good. Very fun. I played Genital Jousting today. I think I regret it. I I I don't even know. You know what? I was the only one I think who actually bought it when we had that conversation like a year ago, but I was afraid to play it. And they have a story mode. It's ridiculous. It's terrible. It's so stupid. And the controls are kind of wonky, but it might be entertaining multiplayer. I don't know. We'll find out. But I did a little bit of that until I was a little too like weirded out on the not weirded out, but like the nonsense is kind of nonsensing. So that was a good hour. It was fun. Did the D&D, but that was interesting because it actually got me back into writing again, which I did a good amount of like 2 pages worth of writing. So 2.5. It's going pretty good. So I was really excited, and I just watched the usual. I just watched Buffy again, Angel again, Miraculous again, and that's all that I've been watching for the past probably 3 to 6 months. So keeping on. So it was good. It was good.
Nice.
It's yeah.
You know, it dawned on me after was it last week we talked about like the whole DVD thing and like the disc rot and all that shit that's going on with WB DVDs, and like I just realized that I have the Buffy and Angel box sets on DVD, and if those go to shit, I'm gonna be so upset because like you can't
What
even
if you
buy those on
re-ripped them?
Blu-ray, and
What?
they were
Hear me
pretty
out.
expensive. Like they were like $250 a piece. Like those were a big investment when I bought those a fucking million years ago. So
It is
yeah.
legal to um, re-rip a version for your personal self, right? Or does DRM um, exist on the discs to prevent you from doing that?
I don't know. I've never really done that before. So
I think legally, especially, there is a clear, need for it.
I mean, that's not the point. Like, that's just a pain in the. It'd be easier for me to just like acquire them online and just keep them on my computer if I'm going to do something like that, because then it's more accessible. I can watch it on, whatever device I want to and whatnot. It's more about like the having the physical version of it with the special
And having it
features on
in that
disc and a
order.
nice quality collectible box set. So I'm really hoping that those discs hold up okay, because that would really really suck.
Mm-hmm.
But anywho,
Guess fucking what time it is. It's time for
the upcoming Wonder Woman game has been canceled, and WB Games is struggling. Monolith's Wonder Woman game was announced back in 2021 and was set to bring back the fan-favorite Nemesis system from the Lord of the Rings Shadows of Mordor games. In 2024, the game's development was in trouble, forcing a project reboot with a new director. Unfortunately, this didn't help. Wonder Woman had likely been in development for around 3+ years, with over $100 million invested in its development. Due to the struggles within parent company WB Games, the game has been canceled along with the closure of 3 development studios, including Wonder Woman and Shadows of Mordor developer Monolith, Player First Games, the team behind Multiverses, which was also shut down, and mobile free-to-play developer WB San Diego. This all stems from Warner Brothers' goal to restructure the company after multiple failures, including Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League and Multiverses, among others. Did
100.
anybody even know that this game was being made?
No, but I immediately got sad when I heard it was being canceled.
Yeah. It had promise. It would have been extra cool to see like a superhero game using that Nemesis system from Shadows of Mordor. That would have been really interesting. But yeah, fucking hundreds of millions of dollars invested, and we never even got a gameplay look. Like, and we wonder why, developers and publishers are complaining about, budgets for video games. Like, how can you invest $100 million into something and literally not have any gameplay? Like, what the fuck? That's insane. But that's the world that we live in, I guess.
No
Lee,
game should cost
thank
$100
you.
million to develop.
Thank you. He said, quick, I need to see Aloy die in GIF form. Wow. I mean, it's Lego Aloy, all right? We wouldn't kill the
You have to do
legitimate
some more of
Aloy.
those videos and
Could we
have
call
various characters die.
What?
could we call
You
her
need to do
Layloy?
more small videos of variation of characters dying. So it's not
I
just
know,
an
I know.
Aloy.
They're very short. They're only 10 seconds long, but they actually take a lot of work. So, but I am working on more. So yeah. But yeah, here you go, Lee. Thank you.
What are these things? Out of my way! Yeah, that's real fucking cute.
And that one's a double. You get 2 kills for the price of 1. It's a steal. what a deal. But yeah.
Is it just me, or did I not? Was I the only one who didn't see it?
You didn't see it?
I saw it.
No. How did? I must have had a delay.
Weird. Yeah, Lee saw it. I saw it. Alec, did you see it?
Yeah, watch it back on the Wecast or the Wardcast.
Wecast.
What
The
the fuck?
Wecast.
It's a strong cast.
Okay, if you say it happened.
Tides of Annihilation, a modern-day reimagining of the King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table story, has been announced for PS5, Xbox Series, and PC. The game is being developed by Eclipse Glow Games, a new studio with over 100 veteran developers whose credits include work on Yakuza, Assassin's Creed, Persona, and Prince of Persia. This narrative-driven action-adventure game follows Gwendolyn, who is the lone survivor of a devastating attack from another realm. Everyone is dead, and modern London is in ruins. Gwendolyn must fight through more than 30 bosses, including twisted versions of the Knights of the Round, and use their acquired powers to find a way to save her family, city, and the very fabric of reality itself. Tides of Annihilation is a 30-plus hour experience that blends multiple themes, with high-octane combat that's in line with games like Devil May Cry, Bayonetta, and Stellar Blade. Gwendolyn can summon spectral knights to fight for her, while she attacks using magical elements reminiscent of the Final Fantasy series. The beautiful visuals evoke elements of games like Elden Ring, Shadows of the Colossus, and Final Fantasy. It's an interesting mixture that results in a visually stunning presentation blended with a compelling modern-day retelling of a folklore classic.
Okay, London is not worth saving, so it's already the game's dead in water.
Damn. So it was announced a little while ago, but that was on my backlog of news things to cover, and I did want to talk about it a little bit. You guys streamed that on the Sony State of Play a while ago, so I kind of got a little bit of an idea of what you guys thought about it, but let's go over it again. Are you guys excited about Tides of Annihilation? Did you know that it was a King Arthur universe game?
No.
It looks like a cool game. It looks really pretty. I'm not sure how the combat's gonna feel, but other than that, like it looks like a cool game to try. I don't see how it relates to King Arthur and the Round Table at all. But hey, you know,
I mean, it's probably
I like to
very
find out, I
loosely.
guess.
It's probably very loosely based on that kind of stuff. You know, like they probably just use like the names and maybe some backstories or something like that. You know, it's very, you know, like Japanese, or I think it's actually Chinese developed
But like the
game.
sword is called Excalibur. That's all you get.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be very loosely based on that. But either way, I think it's kind of neat that they try to do something a little bit different by, you know, using that kind of environment to tell a new story or whatever. It's cool. And yeah, it looks gorgeous. And I think I think it was you that mentioned that the voice actress for the main character is the same as Shadowheart from Baldur's Gate. I think that was for this game, if I'm remembering correctly.
For the voice?
Mm-hmm.
Not allowed to Google things on the Wardcast.
Yeah.
No, you're not allowed to Google.
I'm pretty sure it was this game. But either way. Looks cool, graphics look cool,
No,
combat
it's
looks interesting.
Activision 33. The
Really?
voice for Mael is Shadowheart.
Hmm.
Little one.
Fair enough.
It could be that one too, but it's
The fuck, Shayla.
ignore the evil. I like that. She was just like, I saw it. No.
But it's also interesting too. Like the team that they have working on that is really interesting because like they have some really talented people that have made a lot of games that I've really enjoyed in the past. So getting a bunch of those talented people together to make it a single game should be pretty interesting, I think. So yeah, hype. I want it.
I'll wait till it's cheap.
It's
Oh.
pretty. That's all I can
Wait,
say.
look at that. Tides of Annihilation, Gwendolyn. Okay.
Did
What
you
about it?
Google?
Jennifer English does voice Gwendolyn.
I'm
That's what
gonna
I thought.
Google everything
But
from now on.
also Mael in Exhibition 33. So
Nice. Nice. Anything else before we move on?
Shadowheart is a fucking piece of shit.
Oh, wow. All right.
Jennifer English is cool.
Amber Alert, a first-person survival horror game, is getting a physical console edition. Amber Alert puts you in the role of a police officer responding to a late-night missing persons report.
Sold.
Viewing the situation through their body cam, you are the sole responding officer. You find yourself alone in the middle of the night and are quickly attacked by a cult who you come to find have been abducting women for some kind of ritual. As you attempt to search the empty streets, abandoned houses, and hideouts to find and rescue the missing girl, you'll have to be on alert as you navigate the dark corners of the neighborhood. The cultists will use the darkness to try and sneak up on you and take you out. Much of the game is randomized, including enemy locations, item placements, and even events, increasing difficulty and replayability. You'll make the choice to avoid or confront the cultists while searching for and managing scarce resources to survive. The game comes with a warning. This game is designed to be hard. You will need to listen carefully to your surroundings as the killers will attack silently and unexpectedly. You will probably die a lot. If you don't like the feeling as though you're in an unknown and unfair environment, this game is not for you. Amber Alert is not for the faint-hearted. This game will keep you on edge, demanding quick reflexes, sharp observation, and unwavering courage. Every decision matters and every second counts. Can you outsmart the cult and save the girl, or will you become their next victim? The game is currently available on Steam for just $5, and it's even getting a VR update soon. The console version is debuting exclusively in physical form on PS5 later in 2025. The physical game comes with some extras too. Along with a physical copy of the game, you get some cheat code postcards that offer game bonuses, including a brighter flashlight, a couple graphic filters, and an uncensored mode. The Steam version is censored in some places. This will fully uncensor the game. Kind of weird. The physical release is only available in PAL regions and can be purchased at places like PlayAsia, VGP, and Game. The physical release does come at a premium price, however, retailing at $38.99 US, which is a bit disappointing given that the Steam release is only $5. If you want physical, you gotta pay the price.
So, Sean, do you want a copy? I'm sure Lee, you and me can go out and get one. You on mute, Sean.
Oh, thank you. I mean, duh. But yeah, it's just kind of, it's a little frustrating that, you know, the game's only $5 on Steam and you've got to pay fucking almost $40 for it just to get it on disc. Like, wow. How about 20? Like, even 20 is a bit much considering, but it is what it is.
How about $3 for the physical copy of it? Big cheaper than digital.
But yeah,
Lee said it's listed on Amazon UK for £34.99.
yeah.
Punishing games.
So what do we think
Punishing
about
games.
Amber Alert? I thought this might be a
Punishing?
jazz game because you're a cop, but it's spooky and it's hard. So I don't know.
I'm a real cop.
And why is there no backup? Did they all die?
Because there's never
hope they all
backup when
died.
you're a cop. You're solo alone.
That's cool though. I think it's kind of a good idea, and and it works pretty well for a survival horror game because it's like, being a cop, you're not like some super highly trained soldier or anything like that. So you can still be a cop and still be, vulnerable and whatnot. And it makes a lot of sense. You're going into a situation and a cop's going to have a handgun with a clip. You know what I mean? So like to have like limited resources and stuff like that and not a lot of ammo makes a lot of sense. So I think that's kind of a cool approach to a survival horror game. I like that.
First day
I'm
on
sure
the
you can
job.
probably take a go at it, try and make a machinima out of it as Leon's the cop in this house. I
I
have a
hate things that
badge.
are punishing.
Bang.
I think it's great.
Shut up.
I like the
I
challenge.
am a little curious for it though, but then I just already know how this conversation is going to go later. It's like, well, I told you it was hard. Yeah, but I died 7 times in a row, and I'm so tired of it.
I mean, the good news is like it's only $5. So if you like buy it and it doesn't turn out to be something you get into, you're not out a whole lot of money. If you buy the physical version, however, it's a different story. Um, but yeah, and then that VR version came out, I think, like over the last day or two, and I wasn't aware of that. So the VR version is out now, and that one's like another like $6 or something like that. So I feel like that would be like a really crazy game to play in VR.
So when are you going to stream it, Sean?
It's not
Do
VR
it.
exclusive,
Do
is
Would be
it?
fun.
Do
Huh?
it.
No,
not-
it got a VR mode.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was
You
like,
don't
wait a
have
minute.
you don't yeah. They're technically two completely separate games. Like the VR version you have to buy for $6 and the standard version is $5, but they're completely separate from each other. So
Sean, you got to stream this one. You got to stream this one.
it
I'm
would be
calling it
fun. It
now.
would be fun.
I'm a real cop.
I'm a real cop. The rumors were true. The Last of Us is getting another re-release. Damn it, Naughty Dog, we were all hoping this wasn't true. But here we are. The game will include The Last of Us Part 1 and The Last of Us Part 2 remastered as expected for $99.99 digitally, or the physical collector's edition for $109.99. So it's actually $10 to $20 cheaper than what we expected. Though this is an interesting way to charge a premium for the physical version. Could be a sign of things to come. If you do opt for the physical collector's edition, you'll get a few goodies. In addition to both games on individual discs, you'll get a steelbook, The Last of Us American Dreams Comics 1 through 4 with a cover variant, a set of 4 lithograph prints, and a thank you letter from Neil Druckmann in which you can have the satisfaction of personally burning while you curse the man's name aloud.
Who gives a shit?
Exactly. So yes, new discs are not even being made for this version. It's either digital or using the existing PS5 discs repackaged for $110. So this costs them nothing to make in digital form and a few bucks for the production of a steelbook and some paper and cardboard for the physical. Yet they're still charging $100 to $110 for it.
Gross.
And lastly, this re-release has a name, The Last of Us Complete. So this officially solidifies the end of the series, as this is being billed as the complete experience. Unless they make a third game anyway, which would make this game just a marketing tactic to squeeze more money out of the fans on the heels of The Last of Us Season 2 on Max. But they'd never do anything like that, would they? Naughty Dog? Naughty Dog? Naughty Dog? You wouldn't do that, would you? Would you? Hello?
I'm sorry, but that scene of Ellie just sitting in the water just always makes me laugh. She's just pouting.
So I'm not surprised at all. It
Yeah,
feels like
I'm
they're
not surprised, I'm just annoyed.
disappointed.
It feels like every week we're suddenly talking about The Last of Us, and it's like, which version is it? Oh, is it now? Fucking...
It's weird, these things tend to happen in like groups, like Ubisoft and Dragon Age and Last of Us, fucking Nintendo. They all kind of come in like, I don't know, waves. It's weird. But yeah, that's probably going to be the end of The Last of Us for better or worse. mostly for the better. I think it's time that we just kill it and move on, and then I don't know, maybe 10 years down the road we'll bring it back or something like that. Hopefully not in the form of a goddamn remake or a remaster, but in terms of like
Last of Us complete
something
remastered.
completely different. You know, it doesn't have to be like Last of Us 3, but maybe just like reboot it with new characters and a fresh take or something like that. But
Last of Us
because
2.25.
I would have liked to see it become a legitimate franchise, but now basically it's just like I like the first game and that's kind of where it ends. So
No, they'll have to remaster the complete. They gotta.
yeah, it's funny. A lot of people, Naughty Dog posted the announcement on X, Twitter, whatever the fuck, and a lot of people are saying shit like that. Like, I'm just gonna wait for the Last of Us complete remastered edition and things like that. They were just totally attacking and trolling Naughty Dog because it's a fucking joke. Like, I can't believe they had the nerve to announce that and somehow had the confidence that people were going to be excited about it. Like, what fucking universe are they in? It's crazy.
They're in.
So if it tanks,
Huh?
if it tanks, how do you think, or do you think that
Well, I already made a
do you think
video
it's
about
possible
Naughty
for?
Dog going to shit. Like, they're on their way out. Like,
Yeah,
this is just going to contribute to what I talked about before, where like Naughty Dog has just been fucking up over and over and over again. And this is just going to add fuel to that
and
fire.
nail to the
I mean,
yeah,
there's only so
another
many
nail
times
to
they
the
can fuck
coffin.
up before people stop giving a shit about the company. So, and I feel like this leading into Intergalactic, that might be it. That might do it. We'll see.
Oh yes.
Any
Let's see.
any other thoughts on The Last of Us?
I try not to have any. Silly Last of Us peepees. Started good and then went downhill.
Yeah.
Bunch of
All right,
peaches.
Ubisoft. What the hell is going on? Seriously, Assassin's Creed Shadows should be in the dictionary alongside the definition of disaster. We all know about the absurd amount of mistakes and problems circulating Assassin's Creed Shadows, and well, Ubisoft has added yet another one to the list. They have now resorted to straight up lying to your face to get you to buy the game because, well, they think you're stupid and they really need you to buy it. Ubisoft made two contradicting statements literally 2 days apart from each other. Given all the controversy surrounding one of the two playable characters, Yasuke, Ubisoft's creative director Jonathan Dumont tried to do last-minute damage control, claiming you can pick which character you want to play as while largely ignoring the other if you prefer, and you won't be missing out. He specifically said, quote,
I don't think you're missing out on things too much. I think it's more on your preference to say, okay, I'll see how the game will adapt a little bit to the character if I choose one over the other. They get individual introductions and then they get their own quest line also. Let's say for Naue, a personal quest line cannot be played by Yasuke, and those are two distinct things. But the core of the game can be pick your character and the game adapts.
Okay, that's all well and good. But literally the next day, Ubisoft CEO Yves Guillemot went on record praising the game, saying, quote,
It's a narrative and immersive experience with both characters playing critical roles in the game's storyline.
Both characters playing a critical role to the game's storyline. How exactly is it that you can enjoy the full story while ignoring one of the characters if they both play a critical role in it? Well, you can't. So what the fuck, Ubisoft?
That just makes no fucking sense. I mean, it's just bullshit.
The game released on the 20th of March and is selling fairly well, all things considered. It's definitely received a big boost of attention due to all the controversy. For better or worse, the title has been talked about frequently. Ubisoft has reported the game has 3 million players, which sounds good initially, but it's tracking below the previous Assassin's Creed game Valhalla. And if your latest offering fails to exceed or even meet the previous release, that's not good. Companies demand growth, and a decline in sales hurts profitability and instills doubt in its shareholders, which Ubisoft can't afford to do right now. They're saying 3 million players? They're shying away from sales numbers, and that's likely by design. A large portion of players are likely playing via Ubisoft Plus, their internal subscription service. If that's the case, they're likely seeing a spike in activity as players subscribe for a month to play Shadows. This does not translate to accurate revenue projections when comparing players on Ubisoft Plus at $8 each over direct sales of $70 apiece. Even though Assassin's Creed Shadows may be doing decent, it's currently sitting at a 64,825 player peak on Steam. When compared to the likes of Dragon Age The Veilguard, which hit 89,418 players on Steam, which was considered a big flop for BioWare, this isn't all that impressive for a big budget AAA release. Granted, the bulk of the sales for the Assassin's Creed franchise are made up of console purchases. However, Ubisoft has not yet shared any numbers on that front, which typically means sales expectations are not being met. Oh, Ubisoft, another company that won't be along for much longer. Won't be around for much longer. But yeah. Fucking Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Wow, what Lee said.
It's the new Telltale. Yeah, fair enough, Lee. So, any excitement for Assassin's Creed Shadows? It's out now. You can buy it and play it. So there's that.
It could have been if it wasn't so fucking messed up from the get-go. If they'd done it right, it would have been maybe exciting to at least try.
Yeah. Typically, I am an Assassin's Creed fan. Like I played the shit out of the first, I don't even know, 5 of them or something like that, and I like them a lot. And even the ones that I hadn't played yet looked cool, and I heard good things about them. I feel like this is the first one that's really like a colossal fuck up. Like they've been kind of up and down. Like some have been better than others, but like this one is just a fucking mess. And it happened at like the worst possible time because they've been screwing up pretty consistently. You know, like the last, I don't know, 3 or 4 releases that they had that were AAA, you know, hundreds of millions of dollars invested projects, like they've all bombed. And then it's like Assassin's Creed is their like free pass, right? Like they're typically really good and money makers for them, but they fucked up.
They fucked
and
up.
They can't afford to fuck up right now. So
I'll stick to the originals. Which
I'll be more excited if they did another Far Cry.
Didn't they kind of ruin that franchise too?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Wow. Well, there you have it. Good job, Ubisoft. Rest in peace.
Good now.
Now it's time for Nintendo. Nintendo joins the
Nintendo.
march towards the digital apocalypse, and it's giving me E3 2013 PTSD. Nintendo is introducing virtual game cards. This new system will turn your digital games into shareable digital game cards. Using the new app will allow you to link 2 Switch systems, select which games you want to share between the 2, and then digitally insert the digital game card into the system you want to play the game on as if it were a physical game card. You can transfer the game back and forth between the 2 systems by digitally inserting and ejecting the virtual game card via the app. You can only share to 1 additional Switch at a time. You can also share games this way with your Nintendo account family group members. Every time you do this, you have to directly connect the 2 Switch systems using local wireless. You can only lend 1 game at a time per member, and while the game is lent out, you won't be able to access the game on the account lending the game out. The game is only lent out for 2 weeks, then the game will return to the home system and will no longer be playable on that family member's Switch. This is a convoluted system and very reminiscent of what Xbox was trying to do with the Xbox One back in 2013.
If you have 0 access to the internet, that is an offline device.
I suppose it's nice to have some sort of digital sharing options, even if it is very restrictive.
Wow.
The bigger concern here is that Nintendo looked to be the last hope for keeping physical media alive in the future. But with this new focus on digital game sharing and the timing of its introduction, that being at the end of the Switch's life and right before the launch of the Switch 2, this is likely being implemented to support a focus on a digital ecosystem, bridging the previous platform into a more digital next-generation platform.
So there's absolutely nothing that's grasping me to the Switch 2 right now. And honestly, like even my Switch, I'm just like mostly liking it for like the Mario Party and being able to play like older games. But even then, like I have the 64 and the Super Nintendo now, and I've just been buying 64 games. So like, there's it being
I have
switched off of it.
questions. I have questions about that family sharing. So after your like family share or rental is over, does that burn sharing for the rest of the life of the system or the rest of the life of the
No,
account?
no, it's just like it's kind of
Like,
like
does
a
it reset?
it's like a fail safe. You know, it's like you lend it out. It's going to be lent out for 2 weeks, and then whether you want to or not, you forget about it. It automatically goes back to the home system, and then you can lend it back out if you want to. But
Okay.
they just want to put restrictions on how it's used so it doesn't get abused or cause
That's
trouble for the users. But talk about this for a minute. I have to upload another video real quick.
The Switch
I
sucks.
was
It's garbage.
I was
Don't buy the second one.
Wow. I mean, it's true, but
I was just gonna say it's the same as library sharing. That's all.
Yes, because every time I go to the library, I ask, can I borrow your Nintendo Switch?
Nobody
No,
ever
I
likes
mean
to share their pencil with me at the library.
I've been doing digital library rentals or whatever for audiobooks for years, like
they have
10
digital
years.
rentals at the library.
Yeah.
They have
Weird.
libraries.
What's a library?
Yeah, no, I for the past like 5 or 10 years I've been using Hoopla, which I know I've mentioned before, but it's my favorite library app. There are more common ones. There's Overdrive and Libby, but um yeah. But I prefer Hoopla, and after set by your library, whenever their period is up, which is typically 21 days, it just automatically deletes out of your account.
Yeah, it
So
sounds very similar.
So
But yeah, Lee, you're 100% correct. I would say if you do, for some reason, decide to get a Switch 2, which I highly recommend that you do not. But if you do get one, I would say there's no point in going physical. Like, they're this system will end up a digital device by the end of its life. And I think it's going to happen sooner rather than later. And the physical options that you're going to have are going to be pretty limited. And yeah, I mean, we're going to talk a little bit about that more later, but yeah, it's not a very physical collector friendly device for sure.
Well, you also won't be able to play it because your controllers will keep demagnetizing.
Yeah, there's that too. Yeah.
wow.
Ich compre popo.
Popo caca.
Popo caca.
All right, more
At least you can
Nintendo.
chat to each other.
Oh yeah, you can finally talk to your friends for fucking
Yeah.
once.
We do that anyways.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
it's really uncomfortable to have the
if
headphones in and then something else and then hearing the Switch. And I'm like, oh.
you can talk to your friends if you pay for fucking Nintendo's online service.
I mean, I already do anyway.
I know, but still, it's like you shouldn't fucking have to do that just
Lame.
to talk to your friends. It's bullshit. And it's ridiculous. That new button that they added onto it, the C button, that's the first instance of a fucking button on a system that you have to pay to use. That's fucking crazy.
You have
Like
to pay
that,
to unlock the button on the
that you
controller.
do. You
I
literally
know.
do.
That's
Like if you're not
wild.
paying for the service and you press that button, it's gonna prompt you to pay.
Watch
Like
a little
it's
kid like push
fucking
the button
crazy.
and like prompt to pay, and the parents are like, "Did you put a fucking charge on my on my credit card?" Yeah, put the button.
See.
I was just learning my alphabet.
Yeah.
So dumb.
Well, we got
I'm
more
trying to see.
Nintendo to talk about. Oh, go ahead, Carmen.
Nothing. I was just trying to see how long the Hoopla app, not how long it's been existing, but how long I have been on it. And unfortunately, I cannot find the answer, but it's been literal years, and it's been the best thing
80s.
for audio. Huh? No, not the 80s.
It's been 80s.
Best thing for what?
84 years.
What are you talking about?
It's been 84
Her fucking library thing.
Oh, what the fuck?
years. I
Has
love
nothing to
it.
do with Nintendo.
No,
Great.
except it
More
does.
Nintendo, unless you guys have anything else to add for the virtual cards.
Or libraries.
Oh, and just before we wrap that up too, it's like at face value, it seems like a good idea. Like if we could live in a world where we could legitimately have physical and digital side by side equally as options for, you know, the people that wanted one or the other, this would be great. This would be a positive thing to have to give you more flexibility for digital, and everything would be right in the world. But the truth is, the more people use this, this is another incentive to go digital, and it's just going to kind of push people there, and it's going to make digital more accessible. And then this is just kind of a tool to push people towards, you know, going digital, make that more appealing. Like the physical cards are going to become less accessible. It's kind of like I think what's going to happen with the Switch is what's happening with Blu-rays right now, and that has been happening for probably the last, I don't know, 5 or 8 years or something like that, where it's like most movies don't come out on Blu-ray anymore. You know, you have to get them digitally. Like some of them do come out, and there's still like a pretty large market for Blu-rays, but a shit ton of movies don't come out, or they don't come out for a long time. And I feel like that's going to be the same situation with the Switch. And then you have like, you know, more and more reasons that make digital appealing, like, oh well, now I can eject the card and lend it out to friends, or blah 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 blah. Like there's less and less of a reason to wait for that physical thing if it even ever comes out at all. So it's just like it's more of a negative in that way, because it's feeding into dissolving physical entirely.
I
But
wonder
if
if
we
they
had
use.
both, it'd be great.
I
What's
wonder
up?
if they use the sharing as part of their sales numbers. Are they using that as they
I don't think
can't?
you could. No, there's not a sale happening.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be bullshit.
Just checking.
Yeah. All right, more Nintendo, unless you guys have anything else to add. All right, here we go. Nintendo Switch 2 reveal didn't go the way many expected it would, primarily due to inflated price points. Now the company is doing damage control, and they seem to be standing their ground, effectively justifying the costs by simply saying the products are worth the asking price. The Switch 2 Welcome Tour software was one such sore spot. Fans didn't take too well to the fact that a welcome software designed to show what the hardware does has to be purchased. Initially estimated to cost around $6, turns out it'll be $9.99. According to Nintendo of America's Vice President of Product and Player Experience, Bill Trinan, quote, "There's more to Welcome Tour than it appears. This feels like $9.99, and it's not an exorbitant price. It feels like a good value for what you're getting out of the product. There's a lot of great detail in there. For some people, I think there are people who are particularly interested in the tech and the specs of the system and things like that. For them, I think it's going to be a great product. It's really for people that want more information about the system rather than necessarily a quick intro to everything it does." Okay, what exactly is the difference between an intro to what the system does and more information about the system? How is that not the same thing? Either way, people who buy the system should have limitless in-depth detail about the system they bought without having to pay any amount of additional money. And you mean to tell me that there is more to be gained out of this Welcome Tour than what Wii Sports had to offer? You know, that free little pack-in game with bowling, basketball, tennis, golf, and boxing that made the system appealing to people of all ages across all interests without the need to buy any other games? That has to be what you're saying, right? Because Wii Sports was a free pack-in and Welcome Tour is not. So it has to be better, right? More valuable, right? When addressing the price increase for Mario Kart World and the Switch 2 Enhanced games, now $80, Trinan said, quote, "What I would say is that we just look at each individual game and we look at the content and value of that game. And then we say, what is the right price for the value of this entertainment? Our general approach is really just focus on what's the content, what's the value, and what's an appropriate price based on that. This is why game prices prices vary so wildly from $40 to $80. This could mean we'll see games that cost more than $80 in the future if Nintendo deems the content to be worth it. This is a horrible take. How do you even gauge what's worth what price? Are open world games more expensive than linear games? What about games with tons of characters like Smash Bros. Ultimate? How about games you just think you did a really good job on? What are those worth? It's absurd. On a more positive note, Nintendo did clarify one huge concern in regards to Switch 2 enhanced games. During the influx of news during the reveal, it was said that these upgraded Switch games would simply contain the Switch 1 version of the game with a download to upgrade it to the Switch 2 version. Turns out this is not the case. Switch 2 enhanced games will include all the content on a Switch 2 cartridge, which, let's be real, should absolutely be the case. These things are $80. However, Nintendo did say that in some cases, games would come in the form of a digital code inside of a box. So there's that. And that's likely to be the case more and more frequently as time goes on.
I'll buy it at a high price.
You gotta be shitting me.
We're gonna have to. There's no alternative for you.
No.
Sean, you're on mute again.
So it feels like hubris.
He's muted
It,
again,
it
goddammit.
feels. What?
Go ahead, go ahead.
It feels like hubris. It feels like they're trying to. No, hubris isn't even the right word, because what they're trying to do is, maybe it is the right word. They're trying to say, look how pretty it is, and put that, look at what all the tech specs, which aren't necessarily that great. With
Ignore that.
They're trying to toot their own horns into a pseudo game and expect people to have the attention span for that, where you can learn about that for free online, look at the specs, whatever. For somebody who is technically inclined to want to know that information, it's not. I can't.
Okay,
It's-
libraries.
It's not what?
Maybe.
Yeah, there's libraries.
It's just so insulting to think, like, it doesn't matter what that tour is. It doesn't matter. It could have like fucking 20 hours of gameplay. It doesn't matter. The sole purpose of that thing is to give you some insight as to what the console can do and how the mechanics of it work. It's all just kind of giving you more information about the system. There's no way that thing should cost anything. Shouldn't cost $1, shouldn't cost $5, should definitely not cost 10. That's a fucking slap in the face. It's a joke. And especially of all companies to do that, Nintendo, who are known for packing in like one of the biggest fucking free pack-ins that have ever existed in the industry with Wii Sports, like, what a complete fucking like 180 on that. Like, what a fuck up.
Am I crazy to think that to understand the system and what all it can do should still fit in like a little thin pamphlet? Like, it's not a freaking. I don't know. It's not necessarily that complicated. It's designed to not be that complicated. It's not trying to freaking be a smart home hub or anything. It's just a little. It's designed for. Come on. It's designed for not. I don't want to say it's designed for kids. I'm trying not to say it's designed for kids, but it is still their primary demographic, right? It's still the isn't it a little bit?
Not anymore. I'm looking at the games they come out with now, and it's definitely not their prime demographic anymore. Not for years.
Okay.
I'd say it's somewhere split, like probably close to 50-50. And I would say like the people that buy it for their kids, they probably play it too.
But it's a game system is not supposed to be as complicated as a computer. It's not supposed to have like the general consumer is not going to necessarily need to know as much as it sounds like they're trying to like this button does this. Great. I'm good. Let's move on. Do we need a whole freaking pseudo game for this shit that I'm paying
No.
for?
Well, just think of it this way, like the Nintendo Switch 2 is not going to be that complex that you need a guided tour on all the things that it does. I promise you that. But a computer is like there's a lot to know about a computer and building a computer and compatibility and stuff like that. But how fucking stupid would it be if you had to pay like $10 to learn how to use your fucking computer? Like no one's going to do that. That's stupid. Like you look it up online for free. You know, like you figure it out on your own or you go to school or whatever the fuck. But the idea of like, oh, I'm going to buy this digital video game that's going to teach me all about how to use my computer. It's fucking insulting.
If I can't figure it out with what's in the box, meaning like paper, if I can't figure it out with what's in the box and I'm like a general consumer, I'm going to be frustrated as shit. I shouldn't have to it's not the type of unit or system or device where you would have to spend this much time or energy, or even if it's fun like a game, to figure out that A and B buttons do this, the C button doesn't do shit because I'm not paying for it, and this other shit.
You have to spend $10 to find out what the C button does, and once you find out what the C button does, now you have to spend more money to use the C button. That's what it is. But I think the worst part of this is the fact that like Nintendo's outlook on what games cost is whatever the fuck they think they cost. Because that's what it is. That's what they said. They cost what we think they cost. So what the fuck does that mean? So right now they're $80. So in 2 years, when they are more comfortable making Switch games and there's more content in them, are they $90, $100? Like what the fuck are we talking about? And like I said in the video, it's just like, how can you possibly gauge that? Like just how prideful you are about the development of the game, the amount of content, the size of the environment. Like what the hell? There's no barometer for like what that means.
How many bonuses they want to take that vacations they want to take that year?
Basically, yeah, they can just, for whatever reason they want, they can just charge whatever the fuck they want to, because that doesn't make sense.
It's sounding like greed and ego and hubris, and that's the best that I can say.
All right, we got one more Nintendo video to watch, and then we're gonna wrap it up, and we'll get into the Machinima Showcase.
Machinima.
Is Nintendo taking advantage of foreign regions? Turns out the Switch 2 doesn't need to be so expensive. Nintendo is offering a cheaper model for its home country of Japan, selling for the US equivalent of $330. Well, what's so different about this model? It only plays Japanese Region 2 games, and the only system language is Japanese, which means nothing. Nothing is different. Nintendo simply went in and tweaked some settings, locking its DRM region coding in playback. This would prevent other regions from importing the system to subvert the higher cost in their local region. Wow. As a result, instead of charging you a reasonable 49,980 yen or $330 US, they're charging $450 in the US, $630 in Canada, roughly the same as the US, about $453, and £369 in the UK, the highest yet, equal to $519 US. and for literally no other reason than they want to. Give me the money, motherfucker! This news comes on the heels of Nintendo stating their pricing model for Switch 2 games is based on what they think each individual title is worth. Hence why Switch 1 games enhanced for Switch 2 are selling for a ridiculous $80, along with the likes of Mario Kart World. Oh, and their games are cheaper in Japan too, by the way. Mario Kart World is selling for 9,980 yen, $70 physical, or 8,980 yen, $63 for digital. And these prices include tax. Nintendo is quietly fucking over everyone outside of Japan. And to think, I used to respect this company. I know a lot of people out there have a deep love for Nintendo, but you need to look at this realistically for what it is. Nintendo is doing some really self-absorbed, scummy corporate bullshit, and they're really trying their hardest to take advantage of the consumer. I highly recommend that you don't let them.
Okay, so I got a really important question. Is Silent Hill F going to be cheaper in Japan?
Yes, because Japan.
And also Japan.
Isn't that fucking wild though?
Yeah.
Like, and this isn't even something that's really going around the news cycles. Like, everyone's still just kind of talking about like the sticker shock of what they announced, but like low key behind the scenes, they're just fucking overcharging for no reason but to make more money outside of fucking Japan. Like Japan, like those numbers are fine. $70 games, no problem. $330 console, great. If those were the numbers that they gave to everybody else, there'd be no fucking problem here. But instead, they want to fucking gouge everybody outside of Japan, and that is fucked. It's crazy.
Yeah, someone in Japan is
$500.
going to, tweak it, so, get some kind of hardware, hack into it, and then just like, there we go, cheaper Switch for everyone else. But pay me more money because I just did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. You get a percentage.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Aren't video games fun? It's a good time. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Nintendo.
Why do we do a video gaming podcast again?
Well, it used to be great. now not so much.
Video games used to be.
We're gonna
awesome.
become a retro podcast. I don't know, something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Back in my day.
Back in my day, we watched Machinima.
I forgot that we were at the Machinima part, so I was like, how the fuck is that in use? Like, how is that segue? And then I was like, oh, right.
Oh, yeah.
Oops.
Whoops.
Who's twerking over there?
We're going ski paps again this week because last week I found 2 videos and I wanted to watch them both, and I didn't want to put 2 videos on one episode, so I backlogged one, and it made it easier for me to do this week too. So it was a win-win, and ski paps is great.
Let me get my cheeks ready for the pain.
Prepare your cheeks.
I'm already slightly frightened.
Which cheeks?
Oh,
all 4?
Both of them. Both sets.
Both sets. This week's video is called Resident Evil 4 Deleted Scene 2.
God.
Now, abandon your body. Obey the voice of our Lord.
Ah, yes, the time has come.
God.
No.
Amigo, what are you doing? Not looking good.
Ashley, shoot me.
again!
Can you stop yelling like that?
Is this your special agent? Why is he so stupid?
Here's your husband, girl.
Oh God.
I need holy water.
Stupid! Stop it!
Good night. That should have been in the game.
Oh man. Fucking ridiculous.
Work in the damn pants. Oh my God.
Alrighty, Alec. I turn it over to you.
Oh,
Ashley, shoot
boy.
me.
Ada watching, my gosh.
Alright, man, it's game time! I got 8 bits of video games, can you identify them all? Time for 8-bit.
Alright, I know how to play this game, but just tell me what the parts of the things are, and then we can move on
Two
with
is
our
Jody.
lives.
Geordie.
Jody.
Yep, 2 is Jugda.
4 is the Resident Evil 2 remake burger.
I was gonna say a big old pile of shit.
Wow.
The game what's it called? The game the Game Boy the Game is it called the Game
I'm
game?
sure it's just the Game Boy camera, isn't it?
It is Game Boy camera. Number 1.
Got a Game in it. Like
I know number 6, but it's upside down, so I can't.
It's Dante from the smash hit Devil May Cry.
2, yes.
oh my God, I thought it was right side up. I thought it was
Is number 5 Birkin?
No.
Okay.
That's a Soul Calibur thing. Inferno?
Close.
3 is the guitar from Guitar Hero or Rock
Yep.
Band.
Rock Band Hero.
They work for both.
8's the pictures from Resident Evil 4.
Yep, Lee got that as well. Yeah.
4 is not Sin, is it?
Oh.
Already got 4.
Yeah, it's the Resident Evil 2
Oh, yeah.
remake burger.
And
Bogle.
So we just need 5 and 7.
7 kind of looks familiar, but also not.
Five's
Yeah.
kind of
Yes,
Well,
sure
no,
that
that
we
wouldn't
got
help.
6. Dante.
you might call him Upside Dante. Eh?
I need to full screen.
Does that help?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the hell his name is. He's like the follow-up final boss to Inferno, but I don't remember what his name is.
Yeah, I keep looking at it, but like I definitely don't even know what that game is, so I don't know why I keep looking at it.
Yeah. Because it looks like it could be just a really cool. It's a cool design. What the fuck?
Or is that from? I think that's from Soul Calibur 2. Is that the one? No. I don't know.
Oh, I thought you were talking about 7.
No, I was talking about 5.
Oh.
Though 7 does look familiar. I'm probably going to know what it is once we get the answer, but I can't think of it.
It's probably just the coloring, but 7 reminds me of Rick from Rick and Morty. Don't ask why. I don't know. It's just the color palette.
I think we forfeit.
Yeah.
Tell us, tell us, tell us.
Oh, Alec, we
Are
can't
you
hear
on
you.
mute?
Are you muted now? He's learning
Yes.
from me.
Lisa's charade from
It's
Soul
my
Calibur.
charade. Yep. Good job, Lee.
Leave it to Lee.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is Charade from Soul Calibur 2, Lee.
I was getting there.
And finally, number 7 is from Power World.
Oh,
yeah,
then obviously we wouldn't have fucking gotten that.
No.
From what?
Marcus Dryden.
Yeah, get fucked.
I
Get
only
fucked,
know real
Marcus.
games.
Wow.
No.
All right, then it is
Jordy?
just one more again.
Who said that shit? I'm gonna be so mad if no fucker tells me.
All right, it's been a while since we played this one, so I'm gonna get the AI voice to read out a quote. There's 5 quotes in total. You guys tell me which video game they come from, and if bonus points if you come up with the character who said it. Here's the first one.
Quote 1, I have been baptized twice. Once in water, once in flame. I will carry the fire of the Holy Spirit inside until I stand before my Lord for judgment.
Some Bible shit.
Constantine.
Dante's Inferno? Or Dante from Dante's Inferno?
Nope.
Quote 1,
Constantine.
I have been baptized twice. Once in water, once in flame. I will carry the fire of the Holy Spirit inside until I stand before my Lord for judgment.
It's Bowser.
That'd be great. Yeah, see, Lee sees what I'm laying down. He picks up what I'm laying down.
Well, yeah, both wrong. Let's see if you get it from the original.
Something more that is waiting for us. I have been baptized twice. Once in water, once in flame. I will carry the fire of the Holy Spirit inside until I stand before my Lord for judgment.
Nope.
I don't go to church.
It is from Joshua Graham from the Fallout New Vegas game.
Hmm.
Right.
I still have not played that.
Next one should be bloody dead easy because you've heard it in memes. So here we go.
Quote 2, they played us like a damn fiddle.
That could be anything.
Okay.
Quote 2, they played us like a damn fiddle.
I've heard the quote, but I don't think I've ever known where it actually came from.
I've just heard it as an expression because it's an expression. I don't know.
Yeah.
Lee says Master Miller from NGS5 Ground Zeroes. He is correct.
They played us like a damn fiddle!
Fiddle!
That I don't know how I would have recognized that.
Yeah, that's not where that came from, but it is in that.
All right, next quote.
Quote 3, did I ever tell you what the definition of insanity is? Insanity is doing the exact same fucking thing. That's over and over again, expecting shit to change.
The delivery was great. I don't know the
I mean,
guy's
that's
name, but
also
it's
a common
from It's from Far Cry 3, but I don't know the guy's name. Fuck.
Poopity.
Poopity. There you go.
It is Far Cry 3. It's the original.
Did I ever tell you what the definition of insanity is? Insanity is doing the exact same fucking thing over and over again, expecting shit to change.
What's his name?
Sounds metal. Fucking.
Voss.
Yeah. All right, next one.
Quote 4. Thought I'd try shooting my way out, mix things up a little.
Lara Croft.
I mean, she might have said it, but not this edition.
Quote 4. Thought I'd try shooting my way out, mix things up a little.
Sounds like Master Chief kind of thing to say, but
It's a good guess. Duke Nukem.
Wow. Let's hear the original.
Thought I'd try shooting my way out.
Oh wow.
Mix things up a little.
Good job.
it just has like his kind of shit to say. Like,
Yeah, it does make sense.
you try something crazy.
Master Chief from Halo 3. And the final quote.
Final quote. Person 1. Oh, hello. Sorry, the dinosaurs are busy right now. Person 2. What are you doing? Person 1. Oh, wait. One of the dinosaurs is here.
Okay, well, I'm gonna assume it's Dino Crisis.
It's got to be the person though, or supposed to be the person.
No, he said the game bonus points per person.
Yeah.
I think I'm bothered to remember people's names. I don't even do that in real life. Guy. Buddy.
Final quote. Person 1. Oh, hello. Sorry, the dinosaurs are busy right now. Person 2. What are you doing? Person 1. Oh, wait. One of the dinosaurs is here.
No, wait, no.
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 Coming.
It's a trick.
Oh, is it Ellie?
They're calling.
No, I don't think it's Yeah.
They're calling.
Yeah, it's Ellie. It's got to be Ellie when they go to the museum and then like Joel walks in and she's like, "Oh, one of the dinosaurs is here."
Is the original?
Let's hear it.
Oh, hello. Sorry, the dinosaurs are busy right now.
What are you doing?
Oh, wait. One of the dinosaurs is here.
Well done. It is The Last of Us. Joel and
Is it a dinosaur? I'll be your friend forever if it's a dinosaur.
It's almost like that was planned.
I was like, as soon as he replayed it, I was like, wait, no, it's not about real dinosaurs, but it is, but it's not. It's a fucking sick burn on Joel being old.
Now, which edition did I record to get that?
Don't tell me. I don't want to know. I'm going to pretend it was the original.
The pre-re-re.
The
I was
pre-make.
I was like, it's not in the original. Then I was like, oh wait, it is. It's Last of Us 2.
You know, that's what I want to see more of. I want to see more D-makes. Like, legitimately, those are kind of cool. And they never happen. So, like, hey, originality. How's that?
They're so cool. They never happen.
Was someone talking to you?
No.
Yeah.
All right. Games you wish still had an active multiplayer mode.
I actually wish The Last of Us still had their multiplayer active. I thought that was fun. And it's topical. So there you go.
I'm going to say Metal Gear Online.
Multiplayer online. Wouldn't that be cool? is if there were a way to like connect an old school system to a video capture device that streamed in such a way that you can multiplayer through the, you know what I'm saying? Like it would sync. It'd be very complicated. But you know what I mean? Like, do you know what I mean?
Like someone recording game footage from awful consoles, for example.
Not
I think she's
Probably
saying
like
like
share play.
you could connect
Like-
your PS2 or whatever to your PC and use your PC to go
Right.
online with it.
Right,
Is that what you
but
mean?
not just. Yes, but to allow like a split screen multiplayer, like from like a PS2 generation game.
Like share play,
Like
but for older consoles.
yes, but also sort of like remote desktop access. But
Like share
for
play.
okay, fine.
That's what share play is.
I changed my answer. I pick Outbreak.
I was waiting for Carmen to finish so I could say I'm surprised you didn't say Outbreak.
Yeah, I totally spaced it.
I was
I
like,
mean,
wow, like you guys didn't say Outbreak.
Technically, you could play Outbreak online. There's a way to
Yeah,
do it, but it's complicated.
it's complicated.
Yeah.
Wish I could just turn my PS2 on and go online.
Alright, what's a game that originally you hated but grew to like? For me, it's Final Fantasy 7.
What?
Oh, obviously PUBG.
Hated but grew to like. Do I have one? I don't know because I tend to like hate games and stick to my guns.
My answer would get me kicked off the channel.
Yeah, because we don't talk about that.
But
Lee's got a good one. A lot of people probably are in that same boat. Metal Gear Solid 2. A lot of people did not like Raiden.
Sure.
I'll just say the original, well, not the very original, but the RE1 remake. Like I could not. It wasn't until
You mean the
like
good remake of a Resident Evil game? You hated that?
yes, but like it was so. You got to realize it literally took me decades to be comfortable enough to play Resident Evil and like actually stick to it, except for the gun game for some reason.
Okay.
I can't think of any game that. Can you think of any game that I didn't like that I played again and liked?
I thought you were in the same boat as me with PUBG.
No, I like PUBG from the go.
I'm going to say Repo, because it's a game we're currently playing. I kind of like it, but I kind of don't. Slowly.
I don't know why you guys don't like it. It's lethal, but more.
I don't not like it.
Plus the robots.
I just like it gets really boring to be dead super long and do
Yeah.
absolutely nothing. And then
Mhm.
like you wait around, and then like sometimes it's for nothing if everybody ends up dying. But like when you strategize and you actually communicate and stuff like that, and you're just being silly and you're like, okay, well, like we're just having fun. It's not that bad. Plus, you said there was a way to bring people back on the ship, like in between rounds. We just have to figure it out because we tried.
Yeah.
But like it is growing more and more on me. But I didn't like dislike it. It's just I prefer like the ones that are a little bit more timed. Like you're on a time frame. So yeah, McDonald's.
All right.
I don't know.
Finally, what are some games that you intentionally played wrong?
Every game I ever play. I mean, is there really a way to play a game wrong if you're like having fun?
I suppose if you're going into it with a mindset of I'm going to get into a machinima out of this, so I'm going to do everything wrong. So yeah, there is that.
Then I have a lot
I'll
of
give
them.
you an alternative question. How about this? What about any game that you play full on cheats?
No.
Okay.
I don't use cheats. I don't see a point in playing a game if you're just going to put on cheats.
I used to play like Grand Theft Auto 3 wrong. You know, I just go in and like not try to do the story, but just go in and like murder hookers and shoot police and cause chaos and shit like that.
Have you ever tried to do the GTA thing where you're trying to be a good person? You just
No, I've actually kind of been interested in that, like going on GTA 5 and just trying to do the whole role playing thing, like follow the traffic laws and like role play a character. Like that sounds like it'd be kind of fun.
I've done it. It gets a bit boring after a little while, and then you can put on. I think with GTA 3 or Vice City, you could put on like kind of citizens go mad cheat, and then you're just like, oh my god. So,
I mean, could you consider it like playing it wrong if you're just not doing like what you're supposed to be doing? I mean, we would go in Halo 2 games and like online, and we would just play Hog Wars where we're just constantly like running into each other with the cars and trying to flip as high as we can and just do that for hours, or play like stickies only where you can only throw stickies at each other and like it would make the game last forever and shit like that.
Yeah. I don't see why not.
Or do
Why
super
is
jumps.
not as intended?
We would do super jumps and see how far we could like go off the maps to the point where like I'd be playing with Jill and I would like find little crevices to hide in and I'd end up like falling asleep. It was great.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. That was nobody asked us, and someone did ask us a question, so you ruined it.
But
what?
What?
How dare you?
You asked us, so you ruined it.
Shit.
Idiot. Oh, wow.
Yeah, doesn't that kind of like undo the whole thing? If you take questions that nobody asked us and then you ask them,
yeah,
we've been asked.
And then blame someone else.
Alec asked us.
There you go.
It should be Alec asked us.
Well, maybe Alec is nobody.
She finally gets it. Anyway.
Wow.
Oh yeah, the obstacle courses. That was pretty fun too.
This has been episode 277. Thanks for joining us, everybody. If you enjoy the podcast or any of the content at The Ward, please consider helping us grow by sharing our content, liking the video, and subscribing. You can support us through patreon.com/The Ward Productions for access to exclusive content, or you can support us right here on YouTube to get special murder videos. Leon will murder things for you, for Jesus. Have a great week.
Well done.
And we'll see you next time.
For you, for Jesus.